There's breaking news coming in. After being elected as Punjab Chief, Navjot Singh Sidhu may perhaps meet Captain Amarinder Singh today. That's the latest coming in at the moment. Manjeet Sehgal bringing us the story is joining us for the very latest details. Manjeet, of course, Captain Amarinder has not really been very happy about the Gandhis favouring Navjot Singh Sidhu as the PCC, but the fact of the matter is now that they perhaps might be meeting. Is there any chance of truce between the two?
Well, Chaiti, Navjot Singh Sidhu has left his Patiala house. He's heading towards Chandigarh. He's likely to meet a number of Congress leaders today, and there are speculations that he can also meet Chief Minister Captain Amarinder Singh, but there is no word from Captain Amarinder Singh and his office. Captain Amarinder Singh had asked him to tender an apology publicly for his tweets which were against Captain Amarinder Singh. His government were derogatory in nature. So far, Navjot Singh Sidhu has not spoken even a single word about the apology, but he is heading towards Chandigarh. He is likely to meet some of his close confidants and some of the cabinet ministers like Rajinder Singh Bajwa and Sukhwinder Singh Randhawa, who have been with Navjot Singh Sidhu during the past 2 months and have been speaking against Captain Amarinder Singh. So big development is likely to take place in Chandigarh today. And Navjot Singh Sidhu is visiting Chandigarh after he was elected as president of Punjab Congress Committee chief. As far as Captain Amarinder Singh's camp is concerned, it is miffed as the captain's suggestions were not considered, at least for the working presidents by the party high command. Kathy?
All right, Manjeet, leave it at that. Thanks for joining us with the latest updates right there. The Sidhu versus Captain feud has been festering since the year 2017, the same year when Congress came to power. Sidhu was made a cabinet minister. It is said that Sidhu used his closeness with the Gandhi siblings to bargain for more power within the Punjab government. Things came to a head when Sidhu went to Pakistan and embarrassed his chief minister by hugging the then Pakistani army chief, leading to a full-blown war of words. Take a look.
Captain Amarinder Singh and Navjot Singh Sidhu have been at daggers drawn since 2017. It is said that Captain Amarinder Singh was not happy with the way the BJP leader Navjot Singh Sidhu was inducted in the Congress party just before the assembly elections in 2017. Despite the opposition from senior Congress legislators, Captain Amarinder Singh, under pressure from the Congress High Command, gave a cabinet berth to Sidhu. But cracks emerged when Sidhu tried to bargain for Deputy Chief Minister's post along with home portfolio by using his closeness to the Gandhi siblings. Captain refused to budge. The rift became public after Sidhu went to Pakistan against the wishes of his captain in 2018. Sidhu's hug for then Pakistani Army Chief General Bajwa had Amarinder Singh fuming.
How can it be that every day somebody is being shot, and whether the man who pulled the trigger is to blame or the man who gives the order, which is the chief, and the chief is Mr. General Bajwa, and to say that I don't know General Bajwa, but yahan likha hota hai unke tunic ke upar, that's wrong. And I think that was wrong for him to have shown the affection he did for the Pakistani army chief.
3 months later, Captain Amarinder Singh opposed Sidhu's second visit to Pakistan.
I told him, I said, I have taken this stand, and this is what is in the larger interest of my state, and I think you should also reconsider your position. He said, I've already accepted the invitation. I said, well, then you can always tell them that now my chief minister has taken the stand, so I wish to, I will not be coming. But he has decided to go.
It was then that Sidhu declared that Amarinder Singh was not his captain.
अरे मेरे कैप्टन राहुल गांधी हैं, उन्होंने तो भेजा है हर जगह. क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? कौन से कैप्टन की बात कर रहे हो यार? हाँ, ओ कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी की, वो तो आर्मी के कैप्टन है भाई. मेरा कैप्टन राहुल गांधी साहब है.
At the backdrop of the sacrilege case, Sidhu opened a new front against the captain. It was the first time that the cricketer turned politician publicly accused the Punjab Chief Minister of being hand in glove with the Akalis. It is said that Sidhu was divested of his portfolio after he challenged captain's authority.
जिथे 25 पैसे पैने सी सिद्धू ने 25 पैसे पाए, जिथे 30 पैसे पाने सी उत्थे 30 पाए. वर्ल्ड बैंक तो लैके एक एक चीज़ नाल लिया के खड़ी की. ਲੇਕਿਨ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੇ ਉਂਗਲ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਦੇ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਇਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਨਾ ਹੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਫਿਤਰਤ ਹੈ। ਚਲੋ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਹੈ, ਮਹਾਬਦੌਲਤ।
There has to be some discipline in the organization, and in this discipline, I have decided after seeing the performance of our ministers, I've shifted them around. Where I thought somebody is good in a particular job, I've given him that job. And here I thought power is an important thing for Punjab, one of our most important things. And I gave it to Sidhu, but he didn't want it. So I said, no, once a decision has been taken, you can't say I will take this and I will not take that. I mean, it's like some general saying, I'm not going to get posted to Ladakh, send me to Manipur.
Captain Amarinder Singh has not said a word about Navjot Singh Sidhu's recent outbursts against him, but he is believed to have told the Congress High Command that Sidhu had crossed all limits this time. The face-off has now reached a point of no return. With Manjeet Sehgal and Kamaljit Sandhu, Bureau Report, India Today.
Navjot Singh Sidhu's elevation comes as a big snub to Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amarinder Singh. Sources tell India Today that Amarinder's loyalists were not taken in consideration during Punjab Congress unit's recheck. Hindu leaders like Vijay Inder Singh, Manish Tiwari and Dalit leaders like Santosh Chaudhary, Dr. Rajkumar Verka were not considered for working for President's post. Sidhu's appointment as Congress chief emboldens him despite his public attacks on Captain Amarinder. However, it states that Gandhis firmly backed Sidhu over Captain, leaving Punjab Congress MPs and Amarinder camp miffed. After Kerala government on Saturday eased restrictions across states for 3 days from Sunday in view of Bakri Eid on 20th of July, the issue has now reached the Supreme Court. A petition has been filed in the top court challenging permission granted for public celebration of Bakri Eid in Kerala. Supreme Court now is going to be hearing the matter today itself. Meanwhile, Indian Medical Association warns the Kerala government over easing of COVID restrictions. In a strong statement, the doctors' body has said it is pained to see the situation in Kerala. The IMA also threatened to take the Kerala government to court if it fails to enforce COVID-appropriate behaviour. Kerala has vaccinated over 50% of adult population against COVID with at least one dose of vaccine each.